93 degrees out here this evening, but I'm going to pull the generator out of the corner of the garage and take it out and hook it up to the natural gas meter that I just got hooked up this week with the quick disconnect. There's the hose right there. We're going to try it out this evening and see what we can run. So we're going to move some cars around so we can get the generator out of the garage and into the yard without a problem. All right, I wheeled the generator out here and I've got it hooked up to the natural gas. So we're gonna give it a try here. So let's turn this on. All right, supposedly we got gas, so. Let's go here. I've got the battery on. I'm gonna take that off. Let's try it. Uh-oh. All right, so the battery must be dead, so I'm gonna try to crank it by hand. So that's a bummer. It ain't gonna start with that battery. We'll give it a minute. So I think what I'm going to do is try my battery charger on it. So I'm kind of bummed out about this, that I had to hook up the battery tender to it, and it was a pain that I had to take off the plate to get into the battery. So I'm going to go buy a basically a tender plug, and I'm going to wire it to this, and I'm going to leave that plate off of it because it's just hard to get to it. I don't need that plate. So we're going to let the battery charger charge that battery for a little bit because it would not kick over. And look at that, it's going off already. So I got to figure out what's, well, no it isn't. I guess it's the sun here. It is charging. So that battery is dead. And it's been about a month since Hurricane Beryl came by. That's the last time that I fired this up. So we've got it hooked up to the natural gas and it would not start. So that's where we're at this point. So I'm going to give it a few minutes and see if we can get that battery charged. I tried to pull the cord on it and I could not get it to start with the pull cord. So that's where we're at this point. I have a cord running across the driveway. So I think that's a 100-foot and a 25-foot cord. And I don't have it plugged into the house. I have it plugged into my truck and my inverter and battery system. So that's what's charging the battery. All right, so the battery charger says that we got power. So let's turn it on. Let's see if we can get this thing fired up. I'm tired of messing around with it. Well, it's kicking over a lot faster with that battery charger on it, isn't it? Now we're on natural gas. Come on. This is acting just like propane. Man, this is not happening. Four times. It takes 4 times before it starts off. All right, we're running. We're gonna let it run for 30 minutes. I do not like the sound of the motor compared to propane. Now, I have never run it on gasoline, so we'll see. Maybe it's just air in the lines. We're gonna let it run for 30 minutes. I don't have any load on it, so we'll do another experiment and actually run it. It's too damn hot out here to mess with this tonight. It's almost 8 o'clock and it's 95 degrees. Impression of the natural gas is it's running very rough on natural gas. Now, I've not changed the spark plug. I haven't done anything to this generator other than change the oil, and I'm not running a load at this point. So this is a initial run, and I will hook it up soon to the house and run the air conditioners. Okay, since I had the problem the other day getting the generator started with a low battery, I'm going to put a battery tender on it and keep it on there where I can make sure I can start this thing. So I bought this little connector, and what it does is, instead of putting on the clamps, you have this. So I'm going to wire that permanently into the battery on the generator. So I got the cord hooked up, and we're just going to tuck it back here. I'm going to put the face plate back on, and so we've got the battery tender hooked up, ready to go. So I got the battery charger hooked up to it, and I was thinking about real world problems here. What if the power's out and I needed to charge up the battery on the generator to get the power going? What would I do? Well, not everybody can do this, but I have an inverter in my truck and a battery system for my business. So right now I am charging that battery off of my truck. Now I'm gonna have to come up with some other solutions to this too, but we'll work on that later.